Alright. Adam, do you mind if I show you something pretty cool?
No, please.
It uses two identical objects made out of entirely different materials. Got a ring and a rubber band.
Coin ring or something?
No, I bought it for like £1. It's rubbish.
Okay, alright.
But it doesn't matter about the price. You can do pretty incredible things with it. Let me show you. I'm going to link it on just like this. You feel it on there? Yeah, it's on tight. And let me show you something cool with this. If you find just the right spot on the band, watch. Hold on to the ring. Or we can put it straight back on. It doesn't make a difference. It's kind of weird though, right? Actually, do me a favor. Cup your hands in front of me. Make like a little bowl. Perfect. So you can see the ring on there. Yeah. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Just like this. Not straight through. Now, I know I've showed you these tricks and I've been doing it, and you may think that like I can do magic slides and things, but I can't. And to prove this, I'm going to let you feel the moment the magic happens.
Okay.
So look, I'm going to link the ring back on again. Can you give me a high five with your right hand? Just like this. Now all I want you to do is just tell me if this is too tight. Go over. Is that okay for you? It's good?
Yeah.
So watch, you'll feel the first band come through. Watch the second half of the band, the last strand, slowly melts through. You can feel every single moment. Tell me when.
Yeah.
Just like this. It's for you.
That's awesome, dude. I think
You can keep the ring, it was only £1. You can keep the rubber band.
We're married. I dig that.
Hope you like that, dude. Hey everyone, Lloyd Barnes here with my very good friend Adam Wilbur. That wasn't too awkward, was it?
No, I love it.
Too much. I can tell by the look in your eye.
Again?
There you go. Okay, I loved it that time. That's so good. I'm going to show you a routine of mine that I've been doing for I don't know how many years. A few people, one guy in particular, won a close-up Magician of the Year award with this routine, and it's really close to my heart. It's loads of fun, and it's a bit of a different take on some rubber band tricks. So I'm just going to take you straight into it. There's it's just a few slides and then 2 adaptions of Crazy Man's handcuffs. So the first part happens like this. You're going to need to learn how to do JW grip with a coin. But usually with JW grip, you have to get it into position yourself. All you've got to learn to do is hold the coin with your finger, literally placing it in, holding it. So you take that index finger, place the ring right in that middle knuckle, just like this, and just hold it. Okay, so even if you have really sweaty palms like me, you should be able to get a good grip. You're going to use this with a borrowed ring most of the time, so just spot your audience and try and look for somebody with a squared off ring as opposed to a rounded edge ring. If you
like this.
So yeah, if you've seen this ring and you see this ring, there's no worry to say, hey, let me use this ring. Okay, so just choose the right objects. So once you can do this, you're golden. Then you can take a rubber band. I use size 19 latex-free rubber bands. You'll know the difference. Latex-free is the ones that you feel and you think, oh, these feel great. The common mistake is that people buy rubber bands with latex in, thinking that the latex is something extra special, but it's not. That'll break it down within the fibers and make it horrible. So these are size 19 latex-free rubber bands. I get these on eBay. They're really cheap. For like 5,000, I paid like £10. You can get them probably all over the world, but latex-free is the key. And you begin like this. Take the rubber band and place it over your thumb and index finger. Then I like to just thread the ring of my index and then pull the band back through. That just links the ring on. It's really simple. So the first part looks like this. You tell them to check. So go ahead and check. It's stuck on there, right? And you're going to bring your hands up to around head height. And this covers a tiny motion, so the classic age, all tail of the smaller motion. The bigger motion covers the smaller motion is brought into play here. As you bring the hand up, I'm going to do it super slow, you're just going to literally grab the ring and just place it straight in a JW grip. Beyond easy. So you grab here, as you bring up, into JW grip, and this middle finger right there is just going to hide the ring. Okay, that should be pretty flawless. So speed, come up, hide the ring. That should be good. You can do it pretty much surrounded, because anyone looking from this angle to this angle, all in front, can't see the ring. And then it's acting for this bit. So you're in position and you keep your hands down here after you've moved it into position. So you keep your hands on the band just like this. And you're going to want to pull forward towards your audience, not away. And I found this out the hard way by pulling away, and it popped the ring out and it looked stupid. So you're going to want to pull towards your audience, and one strand at a time, just let go. But I like to really play it out slowly. So many people do a rubber band trick and they're like bump, 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 and the trick's done. And if you're really going to do magic, and you could actually do these things with the abilities, you're not going to want to just rush through something. You're going to try and highlight the fact that you can do this. I can actually pull solid through solid. So take your time, really openly pop. And again, you know, because if you could do it, you would. And then I fake hold the ring, and I say, actually take hold of this, or we can put it straight back on. And at this moment, I'm coming back with a fake coin grip. I try and like to jiggle the ring a bit as well. And as I come back, my hands cover like this at the front, so you can't see anything. And my thumb just grabs the ring, okay? And I'm just gonna pull it into view. So from behind, I just do this. At speed, it's really simple. You go. Hold on to this. Or we can put it back on, it doesn't make a difference. It's really easy, okay? It's up to you. And that's phase one. You should do it slow, you should do it like in a magical manner. I know that sounds cheesy, but you should really do it. You shouldn't just take the ring and be like, that's on there, right? Okay, cool, watch 1, 2, hold on, it's back on. It's stupid. It's still the same trick, and if they recall it, they may not be able to figure it out, but if you make it feel like it's magic, boom, they're gonna be in the moment with you.
Sure.
Even if you're telling jokes like I was when I perform, I always have fun with my audience, I really connect with them. You can still make it feel magic. You know, we were laughing and joking, but I was still making sure I focused for that moment. So that's phase one. Phase two, if you guys do Crazy Man's Handcuffs, this is going to be the hardest phase for you, but if you guys do Crazy Man's Handcuffs, and I'm guessing if you're doing rubber band work, you're going to learn it. You're going to be able to do this with absolute ease. If you don't, it's a bit of a knack, and sometimes I leave this part out, especially because I get sweaty palms, so sometimes I feel that I can't do this, especially if I'm in a very, very hot, humid environment. But a lot of you guys are going to pick this up, and it's just not going to be an issue whatsoever. But this is essentially what happens. Crazy Man's works like this. You pin this middle finger against the index finger, and you'll feel the rubber band trapped against it, right? And without any up and down motion, what happens is this. Slowly, my index finger just comes out, and you can see that the band's just pinched through the middle and the index. And after it comes out, instead of going this way, I just carry on, touch my thumb, the base of my thumb, so I'm essentially just touching my fingers together, and I let this index finger find the loop around the thumb and straighten out. I know it sounds really difficult. I guarantee if you just get there, also the heavier the coin, the heavier the ring, the better, because it gives you a bit of tension. But I guarantee if you sit down for 10 minutes, you'll be doing it over and over. We just showed Pete this for the first time. First go we had it, second go fluent, third go more and more and more. So if Pete can get it, anyone can get it.
I'm gonna film the rest like that.
So you're here, you pinch the band, you go 1, 2, on the up motion, you come like this, so it makes the little basket, your index is already free of the strand here, and on the way down, you straighten out like this, okay? So there really isn't anything else to it. It is what it is for this effect, for this part of the routine. 1, 2, 3, just like that. And it looks to them like the first time you covered, the second time you're open, and then when it leads to the third time, they feel it. And so every time they have a method, you take it away. So the first time they think, oh, he's hiding it in his hands. So then you do it without your hands, and they catch it in their own. And the third time they think, well, he must be doing a sleight of hand. So this time you give it to them. So every time they go back and they work at trying to figure it out, it's like you've just washed it all away. This is why I like to flow it in this routine, in this order. And then the last phase is incredibly easy. I'll just show you exactly how it works. And it's all about trying to make them feel something. So back in this position, you ask for a high five, and I'm going to show you exposed view what happens. And it's so easy. You place the ring over their middle finger and tell them to put their fingers close together. And that's just so they don't see any of this through the side, okay? Now, if you do the crazy mans, you'll be able to do this. It's super easy. And if you don't do the crazy mans, you'll be able to do it even easier. I'll tell you why, because at first you'll initially try to do crazy mans because you're just so inclined to do it, but you don't need to. So the band's in there, it's nice and tight. You want to make sure that it's tight. And I try and make sure that there's not much elastic at the top end, okay? So it's all down here. And if you do crazy mans, you're going to naturally do the move yourself. And if you don't, you're just going to take that index finger, just place it there. It's not even easy, it's just moving your finger down. And this, so you're here, you place it on nice and tight, you make sure there's not much band at the top. Place your index finger in the loop below. And then you come up around this and see how this loop is tightly stuck in there? This is great, this is just what you need. And the reason the fingers are closed is so they can't see that loop right now. I'm going to come up, and all I do at this point is I make sure my index is at the top of the middle finger and my thumb is in how you'd naturally hold it. I place my thumb on the first strand and you're good. So it may feel kind of confusing, but you've got to be, if you see, you're relaxed.
As you do that, you said something to Mr.
I said, yeah, it's not too tight.
Fiddling.
Yeah, it's not too tight.
It's not too tight,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So then in my head I'm going, no.
Yeah.
And I'm not paying attention to your movement.
Exactly, it feels very fair, very open. And to them, I'm just in exactly the same position they imagine that I'm in. So the thumb comes on this strand right here. You say, watch, you'll feel the first strand. And I know I say you feel the second strand too, but it's like a repetitive thing which lets it sink in deeper. So you feel the first strand, and I just literally let it off my thumb, pop. And this is the most beautiful part of the trick, and you can really look in their eyes and you can really sell it, and you can say, and you'll feel that second strand just melt slowly out. All you got to do is just pull away, and it'll just slowly come through the little tight part of the ring, and you can milk this for all it's worth. You can see, and guys, do this to yourself or get someone to do it to you. It'll feel like it really melts through the ring, and you just pull slowly, and it'll just pop straight through. You leave it on their finger, you've got a miracle. Even if you just do the last phase and you do it slowly and properly, you will have every single spectator you ever do this to swear that you really pass solid through solid. It's that simple, it's that straight up. So that's my ring and rubber band routine. If you have any questions, contact me through the forums, on my Facebook or Instagram. Hope you like it. Thanks, Adam.
Kelly.